Man, the D-line, man, I think that was one of the things that we talk about, just being the engine of the team. And we got goals, how many sacks he won each game. And we just got the right group of guys in the room to do that, man. And then Caleb, man, he was slippery. But when we came back to the sideline, somebody missed a sack, keep chopping wood is going to come. And 9 times out of 10, the person that makes the sack, they end up getting the sack tonight, man. And that's what it's all about, just keep chopping wood.
Just how much fun is it, though, when you guys are getting after a rookie quarterback like that consistently?
Man, it's always fun getting after any quarterback, man. I think this week we just wanted to just keep putting pressure on his face. And watching the tape like last week, man, we're just gelling more, trying to get, better at rushing together. That was our first time last week, and I think we did a hell of a job this week rushing together and having fun, man. And that's what it's all about.
With all that you just said that you did it still feel like you?
I'm sorry, I missed
With all that you said that your defense did it feel like you let them hang around a little?
Yeah, most definitely, man. It wasn't a clean game. We got some stuff to get better at, go back to the drawing board and keep going. We can't let teams keep hanging around when we got them, off and, they're down and stuff like that. So we just got to be able to close these games out and not make it close, not make it always a dogfight.
Well, after the win last week, DeMeco said that it was good for you guys to be able to see on the tape that you could run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that applies this time when, like you said, it's not a clean game, but you guys are able to pull out a win, even if it's an ugly win, if you will?
Yeah, most definitely, man. Like I said, I think it's just one of those things where we just got to keep the same mentality, man, of nobody runs the ball on us. Keep them to the to the goals that we have for ourselves as a defense and as a D-line, man, and take integrity in that and keep bringing that to every game.
Well, you're 2-0 while the rest of the division is not off to that bad start. How key is this? Because the schedule gets tougher and tougher going on.
Yeah, man, it's very key. It's not so more about them, just about us and how we, how are we training, how are we doing the right things, how are we going 1-0 each week, how are we preparing, how are we coming in this building taking care of business, man. And I think that's what it's all about, man. So we can only worry about what's going on in here, my bad, I'm sorry, and just keep chopping wood and making sure we're doing the things that we need to do.
How would you characterize the atmosphere today?
Man, it was rocking. It was rocking. I had chills when I got out there and I looked up and I've never seen the stadium open, man, and it's just wonderful to see the city come out, man. And that's what we do it for. We do it for the fans, man. Of course, our families and ourselves, but we really want H-Town to mean something, man. We really want the fans to be a part of something great, man, and that's what we're trying to do here.
Well, this guy over here put the lockers down, Nico Collins,
Yeah.
has the game ball. What did you guys see from him when you were watching the sideline?
Man, I seen Nico today when I walked in, and I can tell he was gonna go off already, man. He just had this type of swag and demeanor to him, man, that like nobody can mess with him, man. And that's the type of confidence that he carries around, man. And I'm so proud of him, man. He's a dynamic player. He's great for us, man. He's gonna keep making big plays for us. He's gonna keep stepping up, man. And we have all belief in him to keep doing that.
How physically taxing was this game tonight?
Very, man. When you miss a month of training camp and then you got to keep going in and out, man, it definitely catches up to you. But that's something that I've been trying to, work back into and get back in. Like I said, we run gases after practice, and when we get in those tough, sticky moments, we always come together and be like, this is what we run gases for. This is what we do after practice for these moments right here.
As a defensive player, when someone like Nico and CJ are so good off script, and you get them out of pocket, then all of a sudden, like, how demoralizing is that?
It's very hard when you have two dynamic players like that can work together very well. You have to stick together and be able to play together. And I think they make it so hard for other defenses because they have to give account for CJ, who's so good with his arm and his legs, and Nico, who can get open, big time catch, can finish through defenders and everything like that. So, man, I think we have a 1-2 punch there.
Who do you think had the hardest hit on defense tonight?
Petrie, no doubt, man. Petrie. He has a condo in the trenches, man. He likes to visit down there every now and then. We let him come down there, hang out with us, man, and stuff like that. So we love him, man.
Do you feel like he's changed the defense with where he's playing this year versus last year?
I think Petrie's the same, man. He's always been an energy contagious guy, flying around, having fun, being himself. I feel like he's the best, man. He's great. I love him. I love playing with him. He has that dog mentality, that nobody can mess with him, that mentality he's going to go out there and hit anything he sees, and I love that about him.
Well, sorry if you had asked this before, but how much does it help having Neil doing what he does on the other side?
Oh, it helps so much, man. It's such a relief, man. Them one-on-ones, man, you have no choice but to win. And like I said, me and Daniil, we feel off each other, man. He's taught me so much since he's been here so far, and I'm really loving having him here, man. He's a great vet for us.
It's obviously a great start. And I think a lot of people, they like, DeMeco talked about it before the season started. But, last year they were in a position where they had to win a Week 18 game on a drop pass to go to the playoffs. And it's like, handle business right now. Don't wait until, like, the last game means as much as the first game if you take care of business the first time. So I think it's just setting the standard early. Like, we're not trying to wait around for somebody to come save us to get to where we're trying to go. you know the goal, but you got to take it 1 week at a time. So that's what we're trying to do.
From your perspective, what happened with the sideline altercation? We see you hit Williams inbounds, and then they looked like they sort of surrounded you. What were they saying to you? Who was?
I mean, it was saying stuff that obviously I can't repeat. And I respect the game. I know how it is. Like a lot of guys think they're tough when they got pads and stuff on, and I know how it is. You know, I grew up different. So there's some things that you say that you gotta speak on it and you gotta answer for it. And I felt like it was just some crazy things said. Obviously, I'm trying to get up and dudes pushing me on the ground and stuff like that. So for me, it was just more so trying to I see a swarm of orange and I'm trying to protect myself because people saying all type of things to me and where I'm from, stuff like that. You don't take it lightly.
So the punch wasn't flagged, but do you think you'll probably hear from the league with it being televised, all that sort of thing?
I honestly, like I said, when I just got up and I'm feeling people pushing me on the ground, for me, my instincts just kicked in, like trying to protect myself, trying to move back. So I mean, I really didn't see what happened until after. And so obviously, if I push them, punch them, whatever it is, I gotta respect, whatever comes with that, obviously. So I understand, that's not acceptable. That's obviously not who I'm trying to be or anything like that. I'm not trying to be some fake tough guy. Obviously, I played in this league now going on 6 years. Haven't had anything like that happen. So for that to happen on national television, that's not my proudest moment. So I take full accountability, I guess, in that aspect. But definitely just my instincts kicked in and just people saying all type of crazy stuff and putting their hands on me and pushing on me. It's we're not on the field, we're on the sideline. So what are you doing? Some of the people didn't even have clothes on or didn't even have pads on, excuse me. So I'm just confused. So I don't know why this happened. I watched the Chiefs game the first time with Roquan Smith, and it's why are people who aren't even dressed putting their hands on? Why are you putting your hands on somebody? That was the first lesson that you learned in kindergarten. Don't touch nobody. Keep your hands to yourself. And if you usually do, it's two things that probably could happen. And I did the option that I probably shouldn't have did. So.
Interception. It felt great. Just being a home crowd. It's my first interception in a long time. So just to be able to do it in the league, on the stage, where I dreamed of playing all my life, there's no better feeling. And then to do it in front of the guys that I'm playing with, just be able to just show the guys, I'm here to stay. It was a great feeling.
Can you take me through the play, what you saw, how you were able to come up with it?
Yes, sir. So basically we were in coverage. The rush got back there, rush and coverage working together. Quarterback escape. And then after that point, it turns into backyard football. So just kind of playing football at that point. There's a guy underneath, and then there's a guy. I could just feel a guy, over the top of me. So just kind of seeing that he wanted to make the throw behind me, just kind of slow play, being able to break on underneath throw, and then kind of just slow play and go get the ball whenever you do it.
After not getting that first one, were you itching to after the first one was called back?
Man, kind of. Everybody was on the sideline. It was just go get another one. The whole time I'm thinking, God got me. It's gonna come back to me. I'm just gonna go out there and just keep playing my game, keep playing ball, and it came back to me.
Mark, what are some of the special challenges of defending Caleb Williams, and what were some things that, as a rookie, you guys were able to kind of inflict on him too?
Man, he's a great quarterback. A really good improviser, really good thrower. So I mean, just trying to make the picture hard for him, and just doing certain things to kind of just make things hard for him, and just playing as a unit. That was the thing that we really wanted to come in and just play together. And we feel like if we play together, we can go to toe-to-toe with anyone.
Mario, you had been talking about that you were driven in this moment to be able to make that big time pick, but for you to be able to take the field for the first time at NRG Stadium, a primetime game, what was that atmosphere like that you get to step out in front of the hometown crowd?
Man, it was amazing. Crowd was electric. The game was electric. Prime time, it doesn't get much better than that. So, I mean, just being able to play on that stage with the guys that I'm playing with, in front of my family, in front of everyone I love, man, it doesn't get much better.
11 hits and a W on Sunday Night Football. How did you feel about the pass rush you guys were able to generate against an elusive young quarterback like that?
I felt like we did good, and we were still a little frustrated because we felt like we left something out there on the table. But I feel like we did a pretty good job of trying to contain him and keep him in the pocket.
How tough is it to sack, and now that you played against him?
Man, he's slippery. He's very elusive. You got to break down and tackle him, and he's real good with his legs.
Statement win, you think? This is the first primetime Sunday night game since 2019 for this franchise.
We still got a lot more ball in front of us, so we're just gonna take it one game at a time.
How pleased were you guys though with what you guys did to him? I mean, 36 pressures I think you guys had.
Man, it's good, man. It just goes to how we've been practicing, believing that we're the engine of the defense, believing in the system, believing in everything that's been going good for us.
Take us through your sack.
And it was fun. We ran a game and wrapped around, and he was right there waiting on me.
And when you have everybody getting upfield, being in their block, how tough is this defensive line and overall pass rush to stop?
It's very hard to stop, man. We got everybody being dominant, being physical, getting upfield, being vertical, and so when you have that type of pressure, it makes the quarterback have a little step up, and we get it.
It seems like on third down, you guys put a lot of, you overloaded that one side a couple of different times. Is that something that you guys saw early on was working and just kind of kept going to it?
It was one of those things that was working, and coaches kept calling, and we kept putting it on them.
Did you sense that it bothered him at all, to start getting a little gun shy? Not like afraid to get hit, but just that it's affecting him the way he's playing because you're hitting him that often?
Definitely. Once I started seeing some guys put some hits on him, he was getting slow back to the huddle. Also, too, once we covered him up, he couldn't see. So he started panicking. So once he started panicking, we knew that's what we had to do.
How would you characterize the atmosphere tonight?
Man, this is probably one of the best games I've played in 10 years that I've been playing. I've never been in one of these places that's been just rocking and soccer like that.